Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm setting up my June bullet journal, and you will see I already started my title page. I unfortunately had a camera issue, but we're going to run through what I'm using. I'm using these like little music sheets from an Amazon package that I had. I'm also using some stickers from my two Stray Kids albums, the No Easy album and the Ordinary album. I'm using some Jelly Roll gel pens. I'm basically using the blue, the green, the yellow, and then I'll bring in a purple later in the journal. And then I also pulled out a set of washi tapes that kind of match the theme based off of their colors and that I might use throughout the journal. And also my Uniball metallic gel pens. These are the Signa ones. I'm also using some Craft Smart metallic paint pens, and those I'm using mostly for my title pages. In addition to my sticker packs that I have from my two albums, I also got these Stray Kids stickers just off of Amazon, and I'll link them down below. Now that we're done with that rocky start, we can go ahead and get started, except I forgot to tell you that I'm also using black construction paper to block out some of my pages, so you'll see that sporadically as well. For my cover page, I decided to go with a blackout, and then I wanted to theme it around my favorite Stray Kids songs, so that's kind of where all the stickers came in. And then I wrote in a couple more just for the purpose of this video, but then later on I went back and added some more titles that I'd forgotten. For my monthly spread, I actually decided to go again with the blackout theme, so you'll see me close my journal and go through the process of creating some grids. I did only show you the beginning of this process, and then I kind of skipped ahead because nobody wants to sit here watching me draw lines for as long as it took me. And I also realized that when I first drew them I messed up, so I had to redo it. So it's kind of just a mishmash of everything. For my journal, these end up being 3x3 to kind of get all of June onto one page and still have some room for a title and some stickers. Like I said, I am going to just jump through here, so I'm going to skip a little bit ahead so you don't have to watch me do this. I can tell you that I do 3 on one side and 4 on the other just to break up the page. One of those things I forgot to tell you I was using is my Tombow dot adhesive. I love this thing so much because it allows me to tape things into my bullet journal, which is kind of the method that I usually use and I prefer. I tend to like a scrapbooking style journal, which is kind of why this spread kind of ended up looking like it does. I always tape first and then trim down the pages most of the time. That's just to make sure that it all fits into the journal the way that I want it to. I of course realized during the editing process that you're not going to see everything that I do. Some of it is a little bit off camera, so I am tearing up some of those music sheets that you saw earlier and then just using some of the stickers to kind of decorate around the page, then I'll write like the day of the week on the top, and then I'll fill in all of those numbers so you can see me doing that here with my Jelly Roll gel pens. So I decided to do a Stray Kids theme just because I've been listening to their new album constantly since I first got it, and since I first heard their music back in like March or maybe even February, but I think it's March. And their songs have really, really been something that I connected to and I really enjoy listening to. So much so, obviously, that I really wanted to do this journal spread to kind of commemorate the fact that I had found the band and really, really enjoy their music. And I think they're incredibly talented. So kind of wanted to bring that in here and kind of have a space where I could kind of reflect on the fact that their music has been making me really happy lately. So if you've been living under a rock like I was up until the point that I found them on YouTube, you should go and check them out. They're really, really cool and fun to listen to. I always have it on in the background now whenever I'm writing or doing anything like that. I'm also going to fill out this page with some washi tape to decorate, and then of course a last little bit of a title. So you'll notice at the end when I do my flip through that you actually missed seeing me set up 2 of my spreads. One of those is my package list and my goals for the month, and then the other one was the first full week of June, which was unfortunately Bang Chan's spread. He had the double page spread. Originally when I was doing my video or planning out my spreads, I was hoping to have one full page, double page spread for each of the members, and unfortunately I realized I wasn't going to be able to do that because I do 6 days per double set. So it ended up working out where he got 2 and then everybody else just got 1 for their spread. So the first one you'll see is Lino, and that is this one that I'm setting up now. For the stickers, I ended up picking the songs that kind of reminded me most of that particular member, and then just kind of decorated the spread to fit them. And that'll be something that I do throughout. If you're a particular person that you really want to jump to, I also have the timestamps down to each person just so that you can see each spread. That way you don't have to kind of wait to see your favorite person. I feel like it's only fair to warn you, if you are particular about the chaos environment of bullet journaling, you probably don't want to watch the pile of the stack of the stickers grow anymore. I don't particularly care, so I just kind of put them off to the side until I was done and then clean them up. As you can see, unlike some people who are incredibly talented and want to do their spreads weekly, I do mine at the very beginning of the month just because I don't always have time to set up a whole week's worth of spreads. So I go ahead and just do everything ahead of time because I know about how much space I need. So the 3 per page or 3 days per page tends to work for me very well. Because I have that extra page on the end, I actually decided to do something that I don't always do unless I have this extra page or have some space, or I think I'm not going to get to my next month's spread anytime in the near future. So I went ahead and set up a next month kind of list. So this is where I'll put any dates that are coming up that I need to remember, or things that are going to be shipped in July that I need to remember to look out for. Things like that, just kind of so I have somewhere to reference that later. Next up is my project plan. In case you haven't noticed yet, I tend to like to plan things out ahead of time. So my project plan helps me divide up the tasks that I know I need to complete in a month. For instance, this is where I'll keep track of how many queries I want to send, how many words I want to write, what days I want to film now, or anything that's coming up that I want to work on and have like a step-by-step process laid out ahead of time. It's funny that this sticker pack actually came with a bunch of stickers with them holding or pouring coffee, because that tends to be how I manage to function, especially when I have a lot to get done. So I picked the stickers that kind of reminded me of that, and I especially love the side-eye between Chan and Lino on the way that I have the stickers set up, just because it's really like looking at me like I really actually have to get things done. So I kind of really liked how that came out. Throughout the video, you probably noticed me putting the SKZ stickers up at the top, and I saved them specifically for my memory page spread, so that's where you're going to see them come in. I do like to keep a memory page because my bullet journal acts as kind of like a scrapbook in that way, so I can kind of keep little Polaroids of the memories of the big things that happened that month to kind of look back on in the future. Last but not least is a double page spread. This is my monthly statistics page, or my monthly stats. This is where I keep track of all of those numbers that content creators like to look at for my followers, but also where I look at the number of books I've read, the words I've written, the workouts I've done, and the blogs I've posted, just to see if I'm keeping myself accountable to the goals that I set at the very beginning of the month. And because my memory is like a sieve, I also have the movies I've watched and the TV shows I watched. This used to be a spread at the beginning of my bullet journal, but I just found that when it was there, I wasn't using it as much, so I just put it in my monthly statistics page. Because this spread also serves as like a memory recall, I also have my favorites here. So my favorite book that month, my favorite song that month, and my favorite quotation from that month. And then on the right side, I have my monthly highlights and just a reflection, so I can kind of look back at the end of the month and see how I was feeling and also kind of have a list of those memories that may not have made it to the memory page, but I still want to kind of highlight in my highlights section. Let's go back and do that flip through. So you'll see those two spreads that I mentioned that unfortunately I didn't capture on film while I was doing them. So you'll get to see them here. If you are a fan of Stray Kids, go ahead and leave your favorite song in the comments below. And if you're curious about what mine is, it's actually Thunderous. So that giant sticker on the very first page, it kind of emulates that. I really hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed watching me set up my bullet journal, and I am so grateful to have you all here, so thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!